I don't think this manager just gets this club full stop.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's the right man. Man United is about risk and entertainment more than anything.
At home especially.
Having fans on the edge of the seat fucking ready to go. Wingers who beat people, shots on goal, bits of skill. There's nothing there.
Well, nobody can accuse Paul Scholes of sitting on the fence. That's for sure. I'm going to run through some comments from a clip that's emerged from Paul Scholes and Nicky Butt's podcast, The Good, The Bad and The Football. I'm going to run through it. I'm going to give you my opinion on it. I'm going to speak about it. And you can let me know what you think in the comments, because I think partly what Paul Scholes said is true and is correct. But the delivery of it, it's harsh. If you've not seen it, have a little listen to this.
I don't think this manager just gets this club full stop.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's the right man. Man United is about risk and entertainment more than anything.
At home especially.
Having fans on the edge of the seat fucking ready to go. Wingers who beat people, shots on goal, bits of skill. There's nothing there. That's from the club. We talk about this as a different club. They've got Omar Barada, they've got Jason Wilcox, who are probably brilliant at the job, brilliant at what they do. They're not Man United. They don't have a clue what it's like to buy a Manchester United player, to bring a Manchester United manager in. If you go to Sporting Lisbon and watch, they play three at the back. Right away, that's no. Man United never do that. They can't do that. They just can't. It's been proven over years and years and years. And I'm talking even before Sir Alex Ferguson, it was always about 4-4-1-1 or 4-4-2.
Yeah.
Entertaining people. He hasn't got that in him. He brought 4 defenders on against West Ham. If we go 1-0 up, the manager always said 2, 3, 4. I remember once, I think we were playing Chelsea, went 1-0 up and we sat back a little bit. Now Chelsea were a good team. The manager went absolutely nuts after the game. That doesn't happen here. When you score 1, you go for 2. You go for the throat every single time. I just don't think he gets it.
Right, as I said, not exactly sitting on the fence. I think we can pretty much make it clear that Paul Scholes is not like Ruben Amorim, all right? You know, my immediate reaction to this is it feels that Scholes, maybe Butt as well, and maybe because of the fact that they are from the class of 92 and they know about academy players at Manchester United more than 99% of the population, it feels like they're particularly frustrated with what's going on with Mainu, and then this is coming out as a consequence on top of it. But I want to go back and sort of run through what he said. Now, I can't disagree with that bit there about Manchester United about being about risk and entertainment. I pointed out after the Everton game, I think it was, when Shaw and Yoro, 2 wide centre-backs, just passing sideways, passing backwards, not taking anything on. The shape not particularly changing, but the players themselves being risk-averse. I don't think that came from the manager. I think that was the players themselves in that situation and moment. And that really pissed me off. But the subs has been a recurring theme. And if I'm going to say exactly, that feels like the focus of Scholes here. That's why he's angry and annoyed. So I'm going to go back and look at the subs in his last few games, like that Everton game there, right? You can see what the subs were. Cobby coming on for Casemiro in the 60th minute. It's a fair sub. Delo and Dorgu. I think Delo signalled for a potential injury. I think so. And Mount going off for Mazraoui. I think that was a switch in shape, wasn't it? No, actually not a switch in shape. But who ended up going there? Mason Mount, Mazraoui. I can't remember exactly what that was. Could he have brought on... Was Lacey on the bench? Ugarte, Lacey? Yeah. That Everton game was awful. Then you look at the Crystal Palace game. No one's really speaking about that. But you know what was interesting in this one? Look how late the subs were. It kind of felt... And this is the thing. If I'm going to pick out one thing particularly with the subs that Amorim and I get annoyed about, it feels like sometimes we make subs for the sake of making subs. It's like, oh, it's 70 minutes. You've got to make a sub. Whereas I don't always think that's the case. And he didn't in that game against Crystal Palace. And it worked because we didn't switch off. And you go to that game against West Ham. And this is the one where I think most scoring comes from. Ugarte coming on for Cunha. United 1-0 up at that point in time. We concede, therefore we can't score. Cobby doesn't come on at all. Yoro on for Heaven. You know why he was taken off. That was a yellow card. Dorgu for Delo. Or was that the one where he signalled to the bench? 4 subs coming on against West Ham. And we drew the game 1-1. Sure, being risk averse. And that was in a West Ham game. But it's kind of repeating patterns. And I think that's where honestly, Scholes has a standpoint. But like the delivery of this is... I've always spoken about, and I will always speak about this. Like, I think Scholes' intentions really do come from the heart as a fan. From what he saw and what he spent his whole career building, it hurts more to see it crumbling. But boy, he's gone about it in a harsh way here. And this bit in particular, right? I find it odd, like talking about 4-4-1-1, 4-4-2. Yeah, talking about what was back in the day. Like, I know Scholes doesn't like a back three system. And I know there's quite a lot of United fans that don't like a back three system. In an ideal world, would I want Manchester United to play in a back three system? Probably not. But I think to suggest that Ruben Amorim has no intention of entertaining, has no intention of... I don't know, it just feels like it's going a bit too far in the delivery. Maybe I'm just looking into it too much. But Scholes' words have impact. Far more impact than mine do. Mine don't mean sweet FA. But the players, these sorts of comments go back to the players. And like this bit in particular about Barada and Wilcox being brilliant at their job, but then they don't have a clue who to bring. So what is the suggestion here that, okay, so we've got maybe some of the best in class in, but now we actually don't want those and we actually want somebody who's ex-United to then lead the decisions? It's a bit mixed in that message in there. And I think just overall, I agree with Scholes when he's talking about the fact that United have to entertain and have to take risks. And I do think that's something that Ruben Amorim has to improve on. I don't think that he doesn't want to entertain whatsoever. I know full well that he wants to play with 3 centre-backs and 2 wing-backs who are effectively wingers and going forward. We don't have that right now. That's why he said that he wants another wing-back like Ahmad. But subs-wise, partly, I think sometimes it's subs for the sake of subs. And also, secondly, sitting on a 1-goal lead in a team which has kept 1 clean sheet a season, even if you don't think it's like the right thing to do, it's just bloody naive right now. I can't keep clean sheets. So there's no point trying to see a game out with 1. We did it against Crystal Palace. I'm not saying we can't do it, but you're going to get stung if you do it regularly. I think overall, Scholes has some fair points here. But it kind of feels like a little bit of a personal attack on Amorim, and I think part of that is the Cobby treatment, if I'm being completely honest. You can let me know what you think in the comments, but I think this is exactly why Amorim says that he stays away from social media, and I wish that United players did as well. Leave this sort of conversation and debate for the fans, because it must be massively distracting otherwise if you're a player.